Alright guys, Melissa here. How's everyone doing? I want to encourage moms. I'm going to start niching down on helping moms even more. Very pro-life here. Wanting to move women who are abortion minded into life enhancement with family. How do you live a life that's more successful? A lot of people are like, don't have kids, right? That's how you do it. Now I could have had a lot more money, right? I could have had a lot more in a way, in some aspects, as far as having, like, a house and having money. But honestly, when you have a family, you are actually richer. Okay? So there are ways to have more money by having a family than to not have family. So why do we think that, the blessings of children that make our heart just leap with joy, are not as valuable as getting a paycheck, right? Why do we think that? So last night there was this cute little guy where I was working, adorable, looked like his dad, was a mommy's boy though, total mommy's boy. Every time he saw his mommy, he cried for her. I saw another little one who was probably 2 months old, I think her dad said, super cute. Why do we trade this for clothes, restaurants, and that kind of lifestyle, right? It doesn't really make sense. Honestly, when you have the beauty of having children and having a family, you are given so much more. So that is how you improve your life, ladies, is by having children, not by having abortion. So I am headed to the gas station. I'll do a video later. I'm low on gas until I get paid, and I have somebody willing to pay from a church to fill up my gas tank. So she's going to meet me there. She's going to fill up my gas tank for me. And I was just honest. I'm like, my husband left me. He left me with absolutely nothing. Therefore, I have to stay on my feet. And even when you are abandoned. So for example, my first boyfriend didn't want to, fight for things. I could have still had that child. I could have still made it. And the funny thing is, I come from a family who has money. So there's no way that child would not have been taken care of. And why do we put the energy into saying, let me figure out this crisis, let me figure it out, my mother was like, I don't know what to do, she didn't say I don't know what to do, but she put the energy into an abortion. Why does our energy go into negative stuff instead of positive stuff? Saying, hey, I'm going to take that same energy and I'm going to figure out how to have this child. Why do we do that? I'm going to put the energy into conversations of thinking, turning your mindset to positive things. So anyways, there's a million ways, guys. And honestly, in the end, I have more from having a family than I would have ever had from not having kids. Use the resources, ladies. I'm going to show you how to use even more resources. I called another church to get help with utilities. This is a church outside of Colorado Springs, so go further. And this lady that I did help, I did talk to the person that is helping her, and he goes, yeah, we can't help you because we helped her. I'm like, that's fine. She needs it. She would have been in her car with her 5 or 6 kids. He goes, oh, she didn't tell me that. I go, yep, she was really desperate for some help. So she is very thankful. And so this is where our energy should be going. Churches should not be pushing everything out to organizations that don't help. They should be taking care of their own. Scripture is very clear. If somebody is widowed, which maybe my husband didn't die, but it's like a death, church is responsible for helping. So we need more churches to get on board and help people. I called about 20 churches today and I have one person helping, and that's how bad it is, guys. But women, ladies, you got to work at it. As a mom, you got to work at it and say what's out there and continue to do that, because if you don't, the money goes to other things. It goes to bigger churches, it goes to bigger programs, and it goes to more stuff than families. It should be going to families, guys.